Welcome back. Well, the Texas Department of Safety detaining 3 Chinese nationals who were trying to cross the border at the Rio Grande Valley. Fox's Bill Malugin finding that they paid smugglers more than $100,000 to get into America. But Democrats on the House Judiciary Committee are using the first border hearing to minimize this crisis. Watch.
The first hearing will showcase the racist tendencies of the extreme MAGA Republican wing of the party.
Many Republicans in Congress seem intent on demonizing migrant families, portraying them as fentanyl traffickers and violent criminals.
It's not Biden's border crisis. This has been a crisis for over half a century.
Wow, wow, wow. Joining me right now is Virginia Congressman and member of the House Judiciary Committee, Ben Cline. Congressman, what is your response to your colleagues in the Democrat Party?
Well, it's an endangerment of national security. The border crisis is an endangerment of national security. Hunter Biden's laptop is an endangerment of national security. The documents that the Biden administration are trying to keep hold of as a violation of national security. All the while, the Democrats are trying to just push it under the rug.
I would really like to know why Adam Schiff is minimizing the fentanyl crisis. 100,000 plus American citizens are dead because they were poisoned by fentanyl. The underlying chemicals in fentanyl are coming from China. They're going into Mexico, and the dangerous cartels are making this recipe and trafficking it into America. And you just heard Adam Schiff minimize that. Why?
And we heard testimony from a father who lost his son to fentanyl that had been trafficked over the border. You know, every community is a border community now because fentanyl is killing people in all of our communities. We have the population of my hometown of Lexington, Virginia, 7,000 crossing the border every day, 5 million. Almost as many as live in the Commonwealth of Virginia, crossing the border since Biden took office. So this is a national security crisis, and we have to act, and the Judiciary Committee under Jim Jordan is acting.
So what are you going to do? Where is this leading? I mean, clearly what we're hearing in this hearing is an education for some in the media who refuse to cover it. Where do you hope this is going? Are you planning on an impeachment trial for Alejandro Mayorkas because of this dereliction of duty?
We are going to lay out the facts in the Judiciary Committee. It's my observation that the facts will lead to the impeachment of Secretary Mayorkas because his willful neglect of the border is deserving of his impeachment, and then we'll follow the facts to where they lead, because if they lead to the West Wing, we want to know who in the West Wing has known about this crisis for these many, many months and has decided to do nothing about it.
Well, it's a good question, because when I spoke with Senator Joe Manchin, he told me that Mayorkas is completely aware of what's going on, but he's been directed by Joe Biden and the Biden administration to say that the border is secure. So I'd like to know where your facts take us. I also want to know where your facts take us on the Hunter Biden laptop story. Biden's attorneys are now claiming that demanding a criminal probe of those who released the laptop and shared Hunter's information does not mean that they are admitting that the laptop was Hunter's. If you can follow that, I mean, it's absolutely extraordinary. George Washington law professor Jonathan Turley tweeted this: Hunter has avoided any public discussion of his foreign dealings yet. If he carries out his threat and sues for defamation, he would invite a deposition under oath and under hostile conditions. His father would relish that prospect before 2024 as much as drinking molten lead. Congressman, bring it on. Maybe we need an on-the-record deposition from Hunter Biden.
It shows that his lawyers are scrambling. They are in panic mode. The Judiciary Committee is very interested in talking to them and to Hunter Biden, as is the Select Committee on the Weaponization of our intelligence agencies, because the information on Hunter Biden's laptop is a national security threat. When you're dealing with Hunter Biden's laptop and Chinese spy balloons, you know we've crossed over into a whole nother realm.
Well, that's right. And that's why we have kept a spotlight on this story so much, because we recognize, number one, this is not a Hunter Biden story. This is a Joe Biden story. And number two, this is not just about sex and drugs. This is national security. OK, we have these emails that indicate Hunter Biden lobbying to get money from Chinese officials, Ukrainian officials, even Alcoa, and in exchange for him giving them information. And now we learn that the Pentagon has admitted that the U.S. military is monitoring this Chinese surveillance balloon hovering over Montana. The government has detected and is tracking a high-altitude surveillance balloon that is over the continental United States right now. What is going on?
And the Biden administration won't shoot it down. That's what I don't understand. What is their sensitivity about this Chinese spy balloon that is currently monitoring over Montana? They need to go ahead and shoot it down and protect our national security. You know, what is Chinese interests are our major threat to our national security. And whether it's the information that were in the documents in Joe Biden's garage, the information that's on Hunter Biden's laptop that may deal with Ukraine, that may deal with China, these are issues that need to be answered. That's why the Judiciary Committee established this special select subcommittee. That's why I'm the chairman of the subcommittee to enforce this. You know, they are taking this seriously on the Democrat side because they made Eric Swalwell the ranking member on the new subcommittee that I'm chairing. They're going to send in their heavy hitters, so we're going to bring ours as well, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Well, I mean, is he still sleeping with Fang Fang, who's a Chinese spy, Eric Swalwell?
Well, he's been taken off the Intel Committee, so he's looking for ways to make news. He's going to try and use this subcommittee to get back into the news, but we're going to make sure we get to the bottom of the facts and make sure we protect our national security, and we're going to be doing that in the near future.
Unbelievable. I mean, they must have so much on him that he walks on eggshells in terms of responding to this provocative aggression from China. Congressman, we're going to be watching your important work. We understand it. Thanks very much, Ben Cline, joining us this morning.